It's a garden update. So this video is probably going to be pretty short. I'm just going to go over the updates of the garden. I'll probably have one more update before I go back to school, and then I won't be around to do updates on the garden. But by then, hopefully we'll have had some harvest, so we'll see how it goes. First thing I want to mention is you probably noticed this big shade, this big sort of draping sheet of like transparent-ish stuff. I live in Florida, so it's 95 degrees Fahrenheit outside almost every day. With that in mind, a lot of the plants were burning, like literally burning from the sun. A lot of the leaves were turning like white or brown, or especially if we water them, then the droplets of water that were on the leaves were literally like magnifying the sun and then burning holes in the leaves. Especially the beans, the bean plants were not looking very good, and they weren't growing at all. So we decided to make this makeshift sort of, and you can tell we sort of just put it together with what we had, but what we had worked. At first, we weren't even sure it was gonna stay up because it was about to rain. Like heavy rain, like Florida rain, like thunderstorm rain with the wind and all. The results were almost immediate. Literally the next day, all of the plants looked so much more green. Like you could tell that they were just overheating in the sun. Ooh. Sounds like another rainstorm's gonna come through, so I'm gonna hurry this up a little bit. Oh, we got our first, I didn't do any video of it, but I have a couple pictures, so here they are. We got our first little harvest of cherry tomatoes. And you can see that some of the other cherry tomatoes are already turning orange and yellow, and they're changing colors, and we're gonna get them soon. We got one beefsteak tomato that's in the works right now. I'm not sure if we're gonna get it or if the bugs are gonna get it before us. Speaking of the bugs, that was our other problem. If we're going based off of problems, heat was number one. They were just all burning. Number two are the bugs. We definitely have an ant infestation. I don't really know what to do about that yet. All this white powder on these leaves and stuff, that's supposed to kill bugs. I'm not sure exactly how this is gonna go, especially since the rain's probably just gonna wash it off. We lost one of our peppers, and the other two look like they're probably about dead too, I think. So I don't think we're gonna get very many peppers this season. But we've never done a garden before, other than, you know, like beans and whatever in Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania's a little bit different of a climate. We're never growing peppers before. I'm surprised we even got any. I mean, even if we didn't harvest them, the fact that we grew some. Maybe we'll get more later in the season, but for now, I'm thinking it's not looking so good for the peppers. The carrots, on the other hand, are looking pretty good, at least on the top. I haven't, you know, there's not really a way that I know how to tell how big the carrots are going underground and stuff, but we'll see at the end of the season when the carrots are ready. They should be ready about by the time I have to leave, so maybe if we're lucky, I can harvest them in the last update video for it. The cucumbers have been going wild. One of them more than the other. The one sort of looks pretty sad and yellow, but it still has a lot of blooms and it still looks kind of good, I think. The other one's just been going crazy. And I haven't seen any actual cucumbers on them yet, but they've been blooming a lot of flowers, so fingers crossed. I don't really know how to grow cucumbers. That being said, again, if anybody watching this knows more about how to grow crops, especially the crops that I have here, than I do, or if you see anything that's going wrong or something obvious that we're doing wrong, let me know. And, you know, I've still got a month and a half to fix it, or to better it at least. Oh, there is one tomato plant that I started inside. I started it from seed inside a while ago. I have video of it really small. I don't know if I'll be able to find it, but here it is if I can. Yeah, no, I mean, it did really good inside. It was growing real big. I had to change it to a bigger pot. It looked like I had two seeds that sort of were growing together, but I didn't want to separate them because the roots were all mangled together. So I just kept them together and then put it in a bigger pot. It looked like it was doing fine. And then it looked like it was doing more fine because it ate up the rest of the room. Like the roots just grew through the rest of it and it like sprouted up real big pretty fast. And then we took it outside, so that just happened yesterday actually, where we took the inside tomato plant and made it an outside plant because I think it's ready, it's big enough. It has flowers getting ready to bloom on it already, and I think we might get a couple tomatoes out of it. So now we have 3 tomato plants, a cherry tomato plant, the beefsteak tomato plant, and then this one, which was the ones that I started from seed, a glacier tomato plant. Glacier tomatoes are sort of like an in-between of the two. That way we'll have small tomatoes, big tomatoes, and then medium tomatoes now too. The tomatoes I think have been doing the most good so far. I mean, yeah, and everything's growing still. Like nothing died. The baby lettuce are still really baby for some reason. I think I probably planted them too close together. Like I think I put too many seeds too close together, which is fair because I sort of just dumped a whole bunch. So if they don't grow within like another week or two, because they're supposed to come up within another week or two, I think I'm gonna take half of them out so that the rest have room to grow. There were a couple that started to sprout up a little bit, but not nearly as much as they should be by now. So we'll see how that goes. Again, I'll make another update video at the end of the summer before I have to go back to school. With that, thanks for watching, and I'll leave you with a couple shots of the garden. Bye-bye.